So in the last video, we discussed Neville Goddard's manifesting techniques. In this video, we're going to look at this from a very, very different angle. We're going to be looking at the techniques of manifestation as taught by Yogananda. They are very different. Perhaps we can find some fundamental similarities, but they are very different. It's very interesting to compare and contrast the differences between teachers and see perhaps where they didn't emphasize enough, like Neville Goddard's teachings, or where other people have learned from them. Because I see a lot of people about Neville Goddard's manifesting. And yes, whilst what they're saying is not wrong, they don't express the most basic parts, therefore won't be useful to people, like I did in my previous video. Go check it out. If you go to my channel, go to videos, all videos, it will be the video before this one. Yeah, go watch that one. But so Yogananda, he might not be in the West as famous for his manifesting techniques, but obviously a very famous manifester in history. So again, got the list here just so we can run through everything, because it's 101 manifesting. We are learning how to manifest by analyzing the most famous manifestors. So just by watching one of these videos, it can be helpful, but by going through all of them and finding the things we need from them, this is how we're going to learn to be powerful manifestors. Okay, so number one, the power of thought and visualization. Thoughts are forces. And Yogananda, he really stressed this. Thoughts are forces. This comes back to straight away. The first thing, the most important thing he says here, comes back to exactly where I left off from Neville Goddard's. Because it's not just the thought of, oh, I want to manifest this. Oh, I'm going to manifest a house. It is every subconscious fiber, every subconscious process of your being focusing in the right direction, because your thoughts are forces. So whilst you say, I'm going to manifest a house, but then all your subconscious thoughts are negative, and you don't like money, and blah, 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 and I'm not good enough, and I live in fear, and it's never gonna happen. All your thoughts have to be positive, have to be focused, have to be, because they are the main forces that drive this. I love how Yogananda comes out with this, because it is the most important part. So the technique, one of the techniques he teaches, is meditate on your desire with deep focus, visualizing it as fulfilled already. Now, isn't that the same as what we said with Goddard and what most of the people say? It's yes, in a way, but the key word here is meditate on your desire. The key word is meditate. Because if you can meditate, which technically, if you're meditating on a desire, it's not meditation, it's introspection. It is contemplation of what you desire, visualizing it. Again, visualizing. visualizing, feeling, smelling, tasting, it has already been fulfilled. If you go into meditation with this, if you go into introspection, contemplation with this, and you sit with it for a long time in a meditative state, a contemplative state, all the negative things you have will slowly arise. The problem is, or the question is, how good are you at introspection, contemplation, and meditation? Probably not that much. So if you go to theawakenedenergy.com, go to Manifest with Skeed, I have a course there which will help you, which will bring to light. In that course, there is a section that will bring to light these things very quickly for you. Very quickly. As soon as you've registered those in the conscious state, by going through that, what I do there, then you can register your reflections, take those into a state of contemplation, just basically thinking about it, sitting and thinking about it and debating with yourself, a bit of introspection on what arose within you there. It will get you a long way fast. And you'll be able to release much. It's a very powerful opening here. Number 2, the role of energy, prana, with a capital P. As you may know, the Awaken Energy by Skeed, energy, that's what I do. Yeah, I help people awaken their kundalinis. I work with prana, I work with chi, I work with tantric energy, I work with light body energy. Go check it out. So again, yeah. Manifestation requires directing prana, energy. Now, whether this is prana with a capital P or life force energy, prana with a little p, not kundalini. Kundalini is not life force energy. But so manifestation of energy, manifestation requires the flow of energy. He says you can use pranayamas or breath work and meditation to calm. Other people may teach this, again, it's not quite such an accurate way to say it. They will say raise your vibration. And they will say raise your vibration by changing your emotions. And whilst you are connecting to energy through your emotions, thought is required. Because thought plus energy equals emotion. Yeah. Whether it's a present thought or a past thought from a memory. When we simply just focus, not with thought, just energy, and we allow the prana, we allow the chi to flow towards that what we desire, that what we are manifesting, and allow, instead of a thought form, to create the manifestation, instead of a visualization to create the manifestation. It is the energy that creates the manifestation. Because they say what we think we can create, what is it that creates it? Is it the thought that creates it, or is it the energy that creates it? Something to think about there. Number 3, affirmations, scientific prayers. Yogananda taught that energized affirmations, blending devotion with mental focus. For example, I am surrounded by the infinite prosperity of God. And then his scientific healing affirmations are structured a bit like prayers or mantras for manifestation. Prayer, mantra, affirmation. Again, millions of people will teach you these things, and I always say they don't work. Because they don't work unless we have previously done what we said before. Yeah? We have previously shaped our thoughts to flow in the right direction. We have connected to prana. We connect prana to, as I said previously, we get the energy flowing towards the affirmation, flowing towards the manifestation. So whether the prayer, the affirmation, or the mantra, it doesn't matter what you call it, that is the thought. So once we have the prana, once we have the energy flowing, once we attach, so we have the basic idea, so we eliminate all the negative. We then flow with prana. We can then, once we're flowing with prana, we can then create a thought, something we want to manifest, let go of the thought, focus the energy on the thought. We then create affirmation, prayer, mantra, whatever we want to call it, thought form. That's what they are. That's all they are. They are thought form. Maybe stated in positive ways, that we've using the right grammar, that we already have it. Yeah. Go into those things in later videos. So we then connect the thought to the energy. You see how this builds. You see how this becomes very, very powerful. So then we have the law of karma, number 4, the law of karma and divine will. So unlike Goddard, who just focuses on conscious assumption, Yogananda stressed alignment with God's will. Depends on your interpretation of God. If you think God is a half-naked Santa Claus sitting on a cloud that controls everyone and everything and every person's thought every single moment and has a plan for every single ant and insect and living thing in every single planet that has life in the entire universe and all the multi-universes. Okay. If you understand God's will as energy that flows by a set of rules, that would then bring it to conscious assumption, making them very similar once again. However, they're both stating the same thing here. Ask or state what you want. Surrender to the how, it doesn't matter. Surrender to the timing of the divine. It's not the time. This is why manifestation can take time. The bigger it is, the longer it might take, and that's okay. No how, not it's got to be the lottery, it's got to be money, it's just got to be financial freedom. And then ask or state. Here, the law of karma is very important. Oh, karma is about the good deeds and the bad deeds you do, and whether you are. Karma means action. So when we talk about the law of karma, we're not talking about cause and effect and good deeds and bad deeds and what I think is good and what I think is bad from my perspective and my point of view and my belief system. That's basically what that is. It's controlling perspective. Whether it's right or wrong in your opinion, that's exactly what you're doing. Karma means action. So you need action and divine will, consciousness, flowing with energy. What is the most important type of action in manifestation? Wu Wei. Effortless action. Not don't do anything, not no action, not inaction, effortless action. Do you see how things are starting to fall into place here? How we're going through these different systems and analyzing them. I'm not saying to you, do this A, B, C, and D. I'm giving you the information so you can see, now I understand it. 5, meditation for manifestation. Obviously, Yogananda, Kriya Yoga, his core belief, helped remove mental blocks. You can use Kriya Yoga to release mental blocks. You can use Chod or shadow work for mental blocks. One of the fastest things I would recommend is de-armoring. And at the end of the day, they're all forms of de-armoring. We are breaking down the armor we have through different procedures. These procedures, we can use psychological techniques, shadow work, we can use physical techniques like physical de-armoring, we can use energetic techniques like what we call energy healing or pranic healing, aka Kundalini activation, or whatever other brand we want to bring into it, saying they're special. But all those things can help. So it doesn't just have to be Kriya Yoga. So through meditation, not just Kriya Yoga, sit in silence and demand your desire from the universe and feel its reality. That's the manifestation ritual, isn't it? And it's not so much demand, it's not demand, it's not ask, it's just state it as fact. 6, the I am consciousness. Similar to Neville's I am techniques, Yogananda taught, I am a child of God. Nothing is impossible for me. So the difference is Yogananda, I am is God-centered, while Neville is self-concept based. Yet, I am a child of God. You could even look at this in a Christian way. So, many people say Jesus said, any quote from the Bible isn't a quote. There are all translations of translations of translation, mistranslations, misrepresentations, blah, 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 stories of others. But let's not go there. Let's just see. So many people say Jesus was quoted to have said, I am the Son of God. But he also said, I am the Son of Man. So if we use a bit of propaganda thinking, because anyone who uses quotes at the end of the day, we are using it as personal propaganda. That's what quoting someone else is, taking something that someone else said and using it to our benefit, propaganda. Yeah, so I'm going to use that here. He said he's the Son of God. He also said he's the Son of Man. Therefore, he's either the son of two different things or man and God is the same thing. You decide which. I'm not going to try and sell it as one or the other. Yeah. What is divinity? Divinity is consciousness combined with energy. At the end of the day, humans are a form of, perhaps not the best form of consciousness, but a form of consciousness with a form of energy in a physical reality. Vibrational alignment. Radiate what you wish to attract. Radiate joy, radiate gratitude, and devotion raise your vibration to manifest faster. Yes. All day, every day, joy, gratitude, devotion. There are some very powerful leaders and manifestors that were the most sarcastic, joking around people. Maharishi was always laughing and making jokes and being sarcastic. Sarcasm, it's great. It brings joy to your heart. Not negative sarcasm, positive sarcasm. Gratitude, feeling grateful. These will all help you. And the reason why these are so powerful is they are slow forms of de-armor. If you force yourself to feel joy and gratitude at the beginning, you will slowly de-armor. You will peel off these layers and it'll become bigger and bigger and bigger. And you will become more of what you were born into rather than what you were programmed as. This is why those are so simple. And the last thing he teaches is detachment and trust, or he taught, should I say. After praying, visualizing, doing your ritual, whatever it is, let go, avoid desperation, avoid attachment to it, because if you have attachment, you haven't got it. We've been there in the previous video. And do your best. And trust in God. The energy, the consciousness. Do your best. So it's not no action, it's flowing, effortless action to get what you wish, to help it on its way, to be open to flow. So if you want help, or if you're enjoying this series, if you haven't seen the first one about Neville Goddard, go back and watch that one now. As I said, go to my channel, go to all videos, it's the one before this. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button, write a comment down below. Share this with people. And if you need help on the energy level or to find where your blockages are to do with meditation, to do with manifestation, the ones that you might find slightly harder to find, go to theawakenenergy.com, go to Manifest with Skeed, get my course, because that is what my course does. It helps you find those two things to become a master manifester really quickly. With that course, combined with everything I give away for free on this channel, so remember to subscribe and hit that notification button, you can become a master manifester. See you in another video.